And welcome back into part 2 of our midweek episode here of Believe in Panthers here on Believe Podcast Networks, brought to you by the fine folks over at Fanduel. Desmond Johnson in the house with the Panthers all-time leading rusher Jonathan Stewart and Captain Munnerlyn, former Panthers cornerback, head coach at Julius Chambers High School in Charlotte, in the house with us as well. The champs are here. We've had Steve Smith on, Captain Munnerlyn's on this week as well. And just appreciate y'all coming through, showing support for the Carolina Panthers in the community. What's going on, Cap? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, man. Y'all guys, how y'all doing, man? How the holidays treating y'all? I know y'all trying to get Christmas, out the way and things like that, right?
These presents ain't been bought yet, unless they
haven't even started. Haven't even started yet.
Y'all haven't started?
I'm straight Amazon.
Amazon is my best friend, dog.
Yes. Well, y'all got me beat. I haven't started. I haven't did Amazon. I haven't did nothing. I just closed out my banquet last night with the kids over here, so I got to get my kids squared away now.
Yeah, high school football is a long season this year. It just finally concluded this weekend in North Carolina. So shout out to all the champs.
Des, I got a chance to go to. I got a chance to go watch Cap's coach's team against Myers Park, man.
Oh my God!
It was a tough loss, man. It hurt because I saw Cap out there passionate.
Man, it gets emotional out there.
And the coaching staff, they trying, you got men, overseeing these younger men, and just battling. Just took me back to when I was in high school, and just how that's such a meaningful time in a young person's life, bro. Being a high school football player is one of the best feelings in the world, and watching you coach, Cap, I wonder, if do they know what they have at their hands? Man, I got Captain Munn, I got an NFL coach, I got an NFL player coaching me and trying to get the best out of me. And so that way, hindsight, I don't look back at this and say, dang, I could have gave way more, right? Because me and the percentage of a high school player going to college, a high school player going to the league, the percentage of that, bro, is very low. It's under 3% for sure.
Yes.
When you went through this season, what was your main objective outside of just winning football games?
I wanted to be able to raise young men, let them know it's more than football. Because when you leave these schools and this classroom, this office, this field, at the end of the day, you got to be, a young man. You got to learn how to conduct yourself on and off the field. You got to learn how to, be on time for work. Like you said, it's very rare that a guy go to the NFL. Like I told the guys last night at the banquet, I was I was part of that 1%. But when I told everybody I want to go to the NFL, my teachers always told me, you better have a plan B, because it's not going to happen for everybody. And I just really wanted to pour into these young men and let them know, man, it's always life after football. And with that being said, you got to be able to conduct yourself as a young man, be on time for work, pull up your pants, learn how to dress, learn how to talk and say yes, sir, and no, sir, to people, man, when you're going into these interviews, and just, man, be the best version of yourself you can be, and that's why I try to pour into these kids each and every day.
Somebody asked me why I'm so adamantly involved with high school football here in the Triad, because that's really the main backbone of my business here. High school athletics. We do a lot of audio broadcasting for a lot of that stuff here for people that can't get to those games, and it's a market that's been kind of forgotten. And whenever somebody asks me, it always reminds me of the scene in Any Given Sunday as Jim Brown and Al Pacino, they're sitting at the bar, and they're talking back and forth about how the kids are different, this and that. And Jim Brown goes off on this little speech about how high school, the reason why he's still attracted to it is because he wants to go back to it because it's the last time you play football where it's still pure. There's no politics involved. There's no money involved. You're not doing it for somebody else. You're playing for the love of the sport, and you're playing with people that will probably never put on pads again after their senior year of high school. It's so sudden when it ends. It just stops. And a lot of those kids that have been playing football since Pop Warner, they're 5 years old. They get to 18 and they're not getting a college scholarship. They're not going to play at another level. It just ends. And they've been playing their hearts out for that. And I've seen a lot of kids that are really, really good kids that did not get scholarship offers or whatnot, and just see it just stop right there. So for me, I get emotionally attached to some of the kids that I'm around all the time, because you see them for 3 years, 4 years, you grow up with them. and then they're gone, and then another batch comes in. So there ain't nothing really like it. Especially in North Carolina. I think high school football in North Carolina has really started to grow to be one of these fertile spots like Florida and Texas and California, where you're going to find some players in North Carolina. The number one quarterback in the country is Faison Brandon right here down the street from me in Grimsley. Like, I mean, it's one of those things where it's here. It's definitely here. But I was excited when he told me that you were going to be on. I was like, hey, he's coaching over Chambers right now. I'm familiar with Chambers.
Oh, head coach over there, huh?
Stu, here you go.
So let's get to these Panthers, man. Look, everybody that's listening right now, y'all can go and check out No Capping with Cap. It's his podcast that he covers as well from the vantage point of these Panthers, talking Panther football, but also everything around the league as well. Does a fantastic job. I love watching and hearing what you have to say on that pod. But I want you to be able to be on this pod and give us your assessment of this Carolina Panther football team, as we got 3 more games left, dog. 3 more games. In the last several games, it's been up, down, like we're doing push-ups on the win-loss column, right? And, you know, we've been a part of some teams that have been very much so on roller coasters, right?
Facts.
And we've been a part of those locker rooms. And though we are not in that locker room now, we could not fathom to understand what exactly they're going through, but we have an idea, right? And so as a player looking outside in, you know, when we talk about identity, you know, there's one week where things go good and it's like, okay, we found our identity. And then the next week, it's like, oh, we got to find our identity. Like when you watch this team, what is their biggest struggle when it comes to locking in consistently to their identity? Because it's like right there.
I think it's still, like you just said, it's the consistency, man. We are right there. We have a great win, and all of a sudden, we're like, okay, we just beat, you know, the Dallas Cowboys. Then all of a sudden, we beat Green Bay. We're like, okay, now they about to get over the hump. You know, they come home and they beat the Rams. We're like, yo, the Rams are Super Bowl favorite. You know, their quarterback is in the conversation to win the MVP. And we come out there and we beat those guys, force 3 turnovers at the crib. And it's like, okay, we got something going. We go into the bye week and we think, okay, we got a New Orleans team that just beat Tampa Bay. We got to go down to New Orleans too. We know it's hard to play in New Orleans no matter what's their record. And coming off a bye, you know, having 2 weeks to prepare for those guys, I felt great about going into that game because we knew it was at stake. We knew if we win, we could have basically clinch the division at home the next week with the Bucs. So
have a party.
Listen, I already said, I was like, man, the Bank of America Stadium is going to be crazy on Sunday when we win this game against the Saints. It's going to be a playoff atmosphere, and we all going to be there, Stu. And we're going to be cheering these balls on. We can get ready to get your hat, your T-shirts, because we're going to win the NFC South that day. We just hot and cold, man. We can't seem like we can find the right makeup of our football team.
What do you think that is? Where do you think that's coming from, though? Do you think it's leadership from Bryce? Do you think it's Canales?
I think it's these guys are still trying to learn and find themselves, trying to find their identity, you know, in the NFL. You know, with Bryce, it's like, okay, is he our quarterback for the future or is he not? You know, if they're going to pick up his 5th-year option or they're not. You know, it's just like we don't have an identity with him yet. And he really don't know what's going on. He's just trying to go out there and play football. And with Coach Canales, I think, you know, second-year head coach?
Yeah,
still young. Year. Yeah, so he's still trying to find his way how to get these guys motivated week in and week out. You know, I never coached on the NFL level, but I played there. And I can tell you about trying to get my guys at the high school level to buy in and week out, have some beliefs. It's tough. So imagine trying to get grown men who's getting paid millions of dollars trying to buy in each and every week to your philosophy, to your style of coaching, to how you guys running this organization. It's tough. And these guys make tons of money, Stu. You know, they make a whole lot.
They making a whole lot of money. Breaking the bank. Some of them boys going up to the back of the bank with a truck.
Yes. So
shotguns, machine guns, and saying, "Give me all your money."
We're a young team, man. Stu, if you remember, we're a young team. These guys never been to the playoffs, Stu. They haven't been to the playoffs since I played a football game.
They haven't played meaningful football in December.
Yes.
Like, this is long
the season. They thinking about vacation or where they're going. Let me get through the season healthy. I don't want these injuries and things like that. I remember.
That's interesting that you said that, because I legit had a conversation yesterday about the mindset of the football player today compared to back then.
Yes.
This day and age, these kids, the players and the kids, the college kids, they all about protecting the bag.
They want to protect themselves, bro.
When we was playing, it was like, dog, the way I gotta protect the bag is for me to go out there and lay it all out on the line.
You play reckless, bro. Like you should have, you want to go down. Sometimes I used to be on the sideline, Desmond. I used to be on the sideline, but like, yo, why he's trying to get these extra 2-3 yards? Like, you play running back, man. Stu want every yard that counts.
Every yard. Give it to me. I need all of that.
Yeah, but that's the difference, Stu. These guys will go out of bounds. They going down. Used to see a small corner like me, Stu. You want to punish me. If you see the sideline and you see me, you're not going out of bounds. You're finna make a statement like, yo, I'm coming. But they don't. Now you see these backs. Now what they do, Stu? They see me. I gotta protect myself. So it's a difference, man. And with the Carolina Panthers, I just don't think they know how to win completely as a full, like overall, like just win week in and week out. And it's okay to win week in and week out. I promise you, it's fine. So if you remember though, not to cut you off. If you
go ahead.
In 2009, I got drafted. In 2008, y'all guys went 12-4. Y'all lost to the Arizona Cardinals.
Yep.
In 2009, I got drafted. We went 8-8, right? We didn't make the playoff again to 2013.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
And I was coming to a team that went to the NFC Championship game, that went to games that mean something, like Julius Peppers, Steve Smith, Jonathan Stewart, D'Angelo Williams, Jake Delhomme. I was coming to a team with John Beeson, some veteran guys that been there, played meaningful football. But all of a sudden, Stu, you see guys get released. You see guys go to other teams. In 2009, we go 8-8. The next year was terrible. We went 2-14.
2-14.
And the next year, we get Cam Newton. We go 7-9. Then we go 6-10. So it's a process to learn how to win. It's a process. Then all of a sudden, we start that next year in 2013. We start 1-3, and everybody writing us off by the fire coach Rivera. And all of a sudden, bam, we won 7 in a row. Mm-hmm. Now we're sitting at 8-3. So it was a process for us to learn how to run. And I think this is what this team in the stage is doing. Canales is doing a great job. I think he get a lot of, a lot of slack around here, because it's like, man, how you cannot motivate these guys week in and week out. I used to have a problem because I'm like, yo, he need to break a headset or something. He need to get angry. Like, get angry, man. Like, get mad.
But Cap, and I know that it ain't the coach.
Nah.
It's the players. The guys that you just listed off, the John Beesons, the Jordan Grosses, the Ryan Khalils, the Thomas Davises. We had a nucleus of guys that knew what it took. But what we had to figure out is how do we glue it all together with the players that are coming in and out each and every season, as well as these coaching changes too, right?
Yeah, man.
And there's a level of trust there as far as how are we developing these players. One of the things I look at this past game, for instance, with the New Orleans Saints, 11 penalties for 103 yards. That gonna cut it.
You can't and we know.
We know that on every play there's holding, there's hands to the face, there's something going on. But there's one thing that you absolutely can control on offense and defense, being offsides and false starts. We had too many of those in crucial moments of the game. How do you address that? How do you address that?
As a coach now, Stu, I'm putting my coaching hat on. I'm going to put my coaching hat on. You try to talk to your guys about it, man. I'm going to tell you what I thought a penalty in the game that changed the whole game. We up 7-0, Stu. We get the ball back. Bryce roll out. He get pushed out of bounds, which I thought was a clean play. Icky come over there and get in Cam Jordan's face and push Cam Jordan. He pushed Cam Jordan. We get a 15-yard penalty. They back us up. Cam Jordan wake up. That defense wake up. Now it's a different ball game. We was up 7-0, Stu, driving.
Yeah.
You got a dumb penalty like that. That can't happen. I understand you want to come over and be tough and, protect your quarterback. Me personally, I didn't think nothing was wrong with Cam Jordan did. He pushed Bryce out of bounds, which you should. He didn't hit him. He didn't lay him out. He put his hands on him, let him know, hey, you better step out of bounds. And Icky came over and got that crazy penalty. That changed the whole entire game, Stu. We was up 7-0.
Icky must have saw that video of that fight that we had with the Saints. There's 2 fights that we had with the Saints over the time.
Yeah, man. But Stu, that penalty right there changed the game, man. We're driving 7-0. Now the Saints are woke. He woke him up, Cam Jordan, they going back and forth. It's like, oh, Lord. I remember when I seen that penalty, I said, please don't let this penalty change the game. You have turning points in games where penalties change it, and all of a sudden a team make a play. They go 3 and out. You go 3 and out. They get the ball back, and now they got a little rhythm. That kind of took our rhythms away. And another thing I want to address, Stu, is the penalty at the end of the game. You got to know situational football, man.
Situational football, dog.
Like, you got to know situational football. Stu, if they did quarterback draw and I'm that DB, I'm going to sit there and let him run a quarterback draw. And if he try to run me over, I'm going to hold him up and let the clock run. Yes. I know that. Like, why are you going to even try to tackle him? They have no timeouts. So I want him to run me over. I'm not going to even attack the quarterback. I'm going to hold him up. I'm going to lay on him. I'm going to do something to keep that clock running. I'm not going to go in and try to smoke him, Stu.
Yeah,
he's not a quarterback.
Because they were in the middle of the field, too.
Let them pay. Hold them up and let them pay.
Oh, Stu, we're all taught that, bro. We talk about that at practice. We talk about that, during a week. We go over there. Hey, listen, if it's a 2-minute situation in the game or the end of the game situation, and Jonathan Stewart come busting through the hole, hey, guys, don't try to bring him to the ground. No, hold him up. Because we want the clock to tick, 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 tick. And those
Coach
guys,
Coach Gibb used to call it, get down, first down. When you get a first down, get your behind down.
Yes, bro. And he came in and hit the quarterback. I was saying, like, oh, no. He did not just do it. I wouldn't even try to tackle him at that point. Why?
Yeah.
And it was like he kind of knew that he kind of realized it as he was doing it, but it was such a bang type of thing. It's just instinct, I guess, for a cornerback to do that. But on the other hand, we all knew when we saw it, they were going to call it. Like, I mean, that's the letter of the rule. Like, you can't.
Like, that's like, everybody was like, oh, bad call. I'm like,
no, that's the right call. Bad play.
But as a player, man, as a player,
you don't ever want to put it in the hands of the ref.
You can't put it in the hand of the ref. You have to know in that situation. Oh, they did quarterback draw. I'm sitting there like, yep. I would have stood there right there like, come on, run me over.
Yeah, run me over. That's my job right now.
After he slid, I probably would have laid on him like I tripped up or something, fell on him. Like, man, like Stu, God, dog, who turning around?
Oh, man, my back.
They still would have been like 70, 65 yards away from a field goal, and they would have had to still line up, spike the ball, lose it down there, and then still maybe have time to
all them daggone penalties. We had 25 yards.
Man, Stu, and another thing, Stu and Des, man, I didn't get the defensive call. They don't have that much time on the clock. They don't have that much time on the clock. Why would you go wind your guys out and rush the passer when I know situational football, quick game coming? They're not about to take a shot. They don't want to risk throwing it up there for the time. They're trying to get in field goal range.
They're just trying to get close.
Back of my mind, I'm thinking quick game.
All right, so this is a good segue then, because we do Panthers report card here as we got past a certain point in the season. And we had Jim Zoki on last week. We had Chris Lee from WRL, and we had him do a report card. I wanted you to actually, I wrote down secondary, but you segued very nicely into defense. Like, give me a Panther report card on the Panther defense and defensive coordinator Ejiro Evero, who's been much maligned across Panther Twitter over the past couple of seasons. For better or for worse, the defense is better than it was last year. But give me your honest grade on what you've seen from this defense so far this season.
Well, I'm gonna start with the coach. Man. I would give him a C for the season. I think we could play a little better up front at times. I don't agree, especially this last game. Stu is third. It's 3rd and 14. We're playing mug. Why? Why we got 6 men at the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 14. If you don't sit back in a cover 2 or cover 3 and let them come to you, now we putting our linebackers in stress. You making them be at the line of scrimmage, mugging up to get out.
And then having to get back to the curl flat.
That's tough. On 3rd and 14, we did that several times against New Orleans. And now we taking our pass rusher and number 98, dropping him back in coverage. Why? Yeah. Like, put guys there that want to drop in coverage. Guys who are used to dropping in coverage. We don't need to put a defensive end and drop him to the curl flat. We did that a lot against New Orleans. If y'all go back and watch the tape, you'll be like,
I mean,
oh man,
Derek Brown was back there in coverage at one point, and that was when he had the penalty on the late hit on the quarterback.
Yes,
because
and it's like,
his momentum.
We're doing that. Yes, like we're doing that. We doing like I've seen that several times in the game. 3rd and 12, 3rd and 8 plus. We're in a mug look, and I'm like, bro, these guys can't get to this. That's why the Saints was hitting us with the quick seams. They was throwing to because they was uncovered.
Yeah, and that's all you gotta do is get behind them. Get behind them, and then
you don't have time to drop back because you're trying to show to make it muddy for them and drop back. Like, no. So now I get the mug look when it's 3rd and 5 and all that. You're trying to get different looks and stuff, but I didn't get that, man. So I would give him a C. The D-line, they've been okay this year, so I definitely probably give them another C.
Derek Brown helps.
Hey, man, you mean, dog? I gave these boys, what I get them boys?
He gave him like an 8 or something. The defensive line.
I said, hey, compared to last year, dog, it was,
I'm not comparing I'm going off this year, Stu. I'm just going on with 30 this year.
We was 32 last year. This year we is not 32.
Right.
So
all right, Stu, you're right. All right, C+.
Progress report over
C+.
here. I'm positive Pete over here, dog. I'm over here protecting the hopium that we over here pushing. It's a good product, man. Make sure y'all tap in. But I do got a question for you, Cap, because on the play that what's that boy's name? The receiver.
Saints.
Chris Olave. So Chris Olave runs.
Oh, Stu, don't do it to me. He did it to the South Carolina Gamecock. Oh my God. Stu, go ahead.
So hold on.
Go ahead.
So look, I'm not a defensive guy. I play Madden. I played football at the professional level.
I'm not gonna let you discredit yourself like that. You've been coaching defense at the middle
school. I've been getting help now. Captain Munnerlyn over here coaching me up how to coach my DBs. But we got a man coverage situation.
Stu, ho, not even man blitz.
Man blitz. So hold on. Is there a moment? Is there a call in a course of a game where a receiver lines up close, and then he motions out? Is there a call that says, "Hey, he about to run a slant"?
Help!
We need somebody to make this a tighter throw or something where we is giving J.C. Horn some help.
Nah, Stu, it don't work like that. So they already had the blitz call, right?
Right.
So with them already having the blitz call
it off.
No, but Stu, it was the perfect call because I'm gonna tell you why. When we're blitzing and I'm at cornerback or nickel or safety guarding a guy, and I know the blitz coming, where's the easiest throw in football, Stu?
The easiest throw in football is a slant.
Yeah. We know that as a player, you know that. So JC is wrong. I'm not mad at the call. JC has to stay inside.
He was outside.
Make him throw something else. The hardest throw in football is the fade, the outs, because it's longer throws. The easiest throw is when the slant is coming right to the quarterback. And this is the NFL. They're just going to throw it right there. JC has to stay inside. When Chris Olave moved out, and they motion the guy over. When they motion the guy over, Stu, I'm in the back saying slant. That's film study, Stu. That's football.
And so we had the different mentality. See, like in my mind, I saw it, and I'm saying to myself, get out of this blitz and make sure you give this a tighter window, linebacker, drop into the curl flat area or something, so that way this quarterback's now having to be really dialed on the throw.
Was it 3rd down or 4th down?
It was late.
Third down?
I think it was third.
I think it's third.
I think it was too much space for a Lombard to get over there, though, too. Yeah. It would have had to happen really fast, like as he was in motion.
Get the quarterback off the ball fast. If JC don't go for the interception and make the tackle, okay, you got beat inside. Make the tackle. Make it a fourth down call. Make the coach make a decision now.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at the call. Go after him. Get the ball out of his hands fast. Try to force a bad throw.
Right.
No, try to force a bad throw. But if you sit back in zone and stuff, he got time to, pick his poison.
But the problem that I had with that blitz, though, is the running back wasn't getting out. You send a blitz, he got picked up. Was it Trevin? I think it was Trevin or Roseboom, that when you send a blitz, the guy that's going has to have somebody that's taking their guy, right?
Yeah.
So he's just hovering, doing nothing. That's what. Yeah. That's what bothered me.
Whoever was hug rush, blitz, a sit back and
find some work.
Find some work, bro. You just can't sit there. I'm with you.
Know the situation, because when he went out there and started, I knew the slant was coming. So at least get into position to where you can at least be a mayday.
I'm gonna be very critical, man. I can't help myself. I'm be very critical of my Gamecock. I love him like a little brother.
Yeah,
he got to make that play, bro. It's football. Okay. Still, it's kind of like football 101. I'm gonna be real with you. At cornerback, they teach you motion go away from you, get inside even more. Because now it's the easiest throw, and you in the goal line. Stu, they went from 2x2 to 3x1. You can ask my kids at the high school level. I tell my corners all the time, if a team line up in 2x2 and they motion in 3x1, think slant.
Yeah.
Backside slant, because it's the easiest throw in football.
Yep.
They want to isolate you by yourself to throw in that window. So if JC, and you can see JC try to stay inside. In the beginning, he was there. Then when he looked back and peeked that Medusa, quarterback, I call him Medusa. He's going to turn you into stone. He looked back at him. He got caught. And they threw the ball right there.
Boy, called the quarterbacks. So quarterbacks are Medusa now. Boy, I ain't never heard of that.
I love it. I love it.
So you can't. He looked back. If JC just keeps squeezing, play through his hands, make the tackle, he might drop the ball. He might come away with it, but he went for the interception at the wrong time.
Yeah.
It was too.
That's
critical.
Good football 1-on-1 right there, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all getting it here first, right here on Believe in Panthers. Captain Munnerlyn out here giving us this knowledge.
I do need to mention, because we are presented by Fanduel, and if you're hearing stuff, I have roofers right above my head doing my roof right now. I try to ask them to pause. They're like, nope, sorry, boss said we had to keep going. So I'm like, okay.
They lifting weights in the weight room over here, man. And I thought y'all heard the slamming. Boom, my boys in there. They trying to get a little big. Kind of look like Stu when Stu looked in high school. Stu, they said you was like 245 in high school.
Boy, I was 225, boy.
That's still big. That's still big. That's still big for a high school running back.
That is big for a high school running back.
Come on, bro. That's big for an NFL running back. What are you talking about?
I was pretty large.
So Tampa is actually favored in this game by 3 coming up this Sunday. 1 o'clock kickoff, Sunday, December 21st. It should be on Fox. I don't believe they're going to flex it or anything like that. The over-under in this game is 45.5. So for the FanDuel folks out there, if you want to go and put something on this, I think they're going to score more than 45 between the two of them. Too. I think both these teams are going to go up and down the field. So I'd probably take the over on that. There's a lot of parlays, quick bets, and stuff like that for you guys to check out. So definitely go check out FanDuel. Before we get you out of here, Cap, we always do Around the League on our midweek show. Mm-hmm. And the biggest news in the NFL this week were the injuries to Chiefs quarterback Pat Mahomes and Green Bay Packers defensive linebacker Micah Parsons. Both of them tearing their ACLs out for the season. Yeah. Which one's the bigger injury for the league? Pat Mahomes or Micah Parsons in terms of this year and going forward?
The biggest one for the league, Patrick Mahomes. A guy who's been to, how many ever Super Bowls. A guy went to the Super Bowl last year. And
every year. Feels like he's been there every year.
To not make the playoffs and to tear his ACL, don't know the timetable that he'll come back in. It's big, man. That's the biggest one for the league now. For the biggest one for their football team, I think the Chiefs was done already. I'm just being honest with you. They haven't been playing great all year. They don't look the same. So I think they was done already. Now, the Green Bay Packers, they was rising. You know, they was going on the upslope. So I think that's the biggest one for their team is Micah Parsons. They need that guy. You know, when you can have a pass rusher like that, it makes your job a whole lot easier in the secondary. I tell you that. I tell the guys all the time, if I can get guys that can get after the quarterback, we don't care who's in our secondary. You know, we had that formula in 2013, Stu. Nobody knew our secondary name. You know, everybody was like, man, they got Dre Florence, Captain Munnerlyn, they got this and that. But we had Greg Hardy, Charles Johnson. You know,
that was the line. Yeah,
we had
the Kraken.
We had, you know what I'm saying? We had guys.
Greg Hardy's name was the Kraken.
The Kraken. You know, we had guys that were able to get at the quarterback and make my job a whole lot easier. I knew when it was third down, the ball had to come out. If you know, Coach McDermott called a blitz and things like that. I'm sitting on the route. I'm like, I know the ball about to come out. Don't force it, you know. So it made my job easy. So Micah Parsons is the biggest one for his team. For the NFL, it's got to be Patrick Mahomes. You know, he sells jerseys. Even my kid.
He the golden child, man. He the face of the league.
My son, he went to a birthday party a couple of years ago, and he was like, Dad, I need a jersey. I was like, man, you got plenty of Captain Munnerlyn jerseys now. You better grab one. He said, you don't play no more. I want Patrick Mahomes. I said,
all right, son. All right,
son. All right, buddy. All right,
hey, Dad, go take out the trash. All right,
son. So I think we're gonna cut it right there. Panthers, Bucs, 1:00 on Sunday. Panthers only just need to beat the Bucs twice to win the division at this point. They got Seattle sandwiched in there in between. But this is at home. This is Bank of America Stadium. This is
Bank of America. You got to protect the bank, dog.
We play well at home this season. We play well at home this season. I feel like a roofer's about to fall through my roof. Like hey,
Stu, I'm gonna ask y'all guys. Do y'all think the weather gonna play a part for us?
This is for Sunday.
Man, look, if it's gonna be cold, what's the weather?
That's good, right?
Cold. It's good. Yeah, if it's cold, it's great. I want it to be cold.
Me too, because they ain't gonna tackle them backs.
It is not gonna be cold. It will not be cold.
Is that Tampa Bay got them back.
It's supposed to be 64 degrees and sunny.
Man, this is Tampa Bay weather.
No precipitation.
Hey, y'all better hydrate. The hydration starts today.
Yeah.
Okay? You don't hydrate the day before.
64. Which is crazy because I just walked my dog outside. It's like 30 something outside right now. The weather,
golf weather, man.
Crazy.
Man, this ain't no home field advantage for us.
Yeah,
it is, man. Look, I told everybody, look, if you listen to this podcast, I don't want you to wear black. I want you to wear all
pewter. Don't come here wearing pewter. Yeah.
So that way, that whole, I want to see a sea of blue. So that way we know exactly who in there. Because sometimes, you know, these other teams, they be having black and, you know, black type of jerseys and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Stu, I think we lost your audio.
You can hear me?
Yeah,
we hear you now. Yep.
All right. Before we get out of here, Cap, if you are in this locker room right now and you a player in there and you are that guy, you are Captain Munnerlyn, and you seeing how this season has progressed, right? And you standing in there on a Thursday practice, right? Mm-hmm. You know, important practice. Everybody's going through, you know, red zone. They're going through their pass plays. They're going, you know, just a very digestible day, right? Yeah. And after practice, everybody goes into the locker room, right? And after the locker room, you say, hey, we got a team meeting before everybody go home, right?
Yeah.
You standing in there in that team meeting. What's one thing that you are hammering home for this team?
Ooh, this should be good.
Man, I would let the guys know we got to control the narrative. You know, we can't control the past, so we can't control what happens on Sunday. Let's let that go. Let's control the now. Let's control the narrative. We get a chance to write our own story, write our own path, and we got every goal ahead of us. The division is still us. It's still there. We still can grab it. We have to take care of business. 7-7. Who cares? We're 0-0 right now. We got 3 games left. Let's go out here week in and week out and try to go 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0.
Everything else. Forget everything else, Stu. I can't control that, JC, I can't control you didn't stay inside. We can't control that we didn't win this game. We can't control that we had 11 penalties. It is what it is at this point. We can't control it at this point. We can't control it at all, Stu. Flush it. Let's get ready to play Tampa Bay. Let's study these guys. Let's know our opponents. Let's know the situation of footballs. And let's go 1-0 this week, man.
Let's go 1-0. Let's go 1-0, baby.
Run through a wall. I'm ready to go do it,
baby. Coach Cap. I mean, ready.
We're gonna get out of here on that note. Appreciate Captain Munnerlyn coming through. Appreciate Steve Smith coming through this week for these midweek episodes with the Panthers. I love the fact that former Panther greats have been welcomed back into this franchise after the past couple of years. It almost felt like for a while it was like an arm's length away, but now they've brought y'all all back in. I see all y'all on the Panther drum, pregame and stand on the sidelines and all that stuff. And I'm like, this is what we needed. We have a culture. It's just for some reason, for a little bit, they kind of tried to rewrite the culture. And I'm like, no, you don't need that at all. Just bring back in the guys that know how to do this Panther football thing. And let's teach the young guys how to do it. We're
not going to say no names who ran us away, but okay.
No, we'll leave that be. So for we're going to go ahead and hop out.
This is positive. This is the Positive Believe show, man.
We push positivity over here, Cap. Like this is what we do weekly. So
man, y'all do a great job, man. I tell y'all that, man. Y'all do a great job. I watch it, and I love to see y'all clips and stuff, man. Y'all do a great job, man. Hey, man, you got to keep Stu in line at times. I know it's tough.
How am I supposed to
I'll be out here cutting up, man.
I know you, Stu. I know.
I'll be cutting up.
I know you do. I know the real. Hey, I know the real you. Okay.
No, Stu the only one. Well, Smitty does a little bit too, where he'll come after the Panther fans like directly, like, "Yo, y'all need to get it together." Like, snap out.
It's in him. It's in him. It's in him, man. He believed it, man. He believed it. He believed it, bro. I love it, man.
But and again, this is the first time we've had meaningful football in December since 2017, I think.
Yes.
So it's been a drought like down here. So we ready. We're ready. So please come to Bank of America Stadium on Sunday, dressed in that electric blue and silver or white or whatever. Don't wear pewter. Don't wear black. Come in there, support the Panthers. Boo the Tampa Bay fans if they show up in there, and let's have a good time. Like when we have a good time at the bank, it's typically a good outcome. So we'll get you ready for that. That Sunday, me and Stu will be back on for the post game reaction show sometime after 4:30 on Sunday live on Believe's YouTube channel. Before this roofer falls into my studio on top of me on my head, we're going to go ahead and cut it right here. For Jonathan Stewart, for Captain Munnerlyn, for Steve Smith, I'm Desmond Johnson. You've been watching and listening to Believe in Panthers podcast here on Believe Podcast Networks, presented by Fanduel. Keep pounding, y'all. We'll see y'all on Sunday.